All right, so here's my other purchase I alluded to. It is a 1947 John Deere D. It evidently has been sitting for several years. I thought it was free, but it is indeed locked up. Overall, I don't think that's going to be too huge of an issue. It has been shedded, from what I understood at the auction. But it should be a nice, fun, this is going to be kind of a longer term project. The radiator must hold fluid because it still has this nasty mixture of fluid in it. The kerosene tank is clean, but the gas tank is very, very dirty. So we might just run some gas in it. I got to do some research. I don't know anything about D's. This was kind of one of those deals. It's like I just bought it just because. Tires are okay on it. They've got some weather cracking and stuff like that. Looks like they have had, looks like they've had something in them in the past. Can't really tell at this point. But it is locked up. If you can't see, I tried to push it with the tractor the other night and it's completely locked up. So we're going to have to do something about that. I'm not really sure what yet. But because the problem with the D is the engine block is basically integral with the radiator and everything else. So this machine really is going to be a long-term project. I don't have any intentions of doing anything with this anytime soon. But overall, it is in halfway decent, cosmetic condition. It's got the lights on it, but the electrical wiring's kind of shot. The battery dates from 2003. So that tells us how long it's been sitting around. Amp gauge looks pretty good. The water temperature gauge looks pretty bad. And then the oil pressure is pretty much toast. But, overall, a decently straight tractor. I think it'll, aside from a little bit of damage here on the fender, I think it'll certainly pan out to kind of what I'm thinking about, what I want from it. In the end, which what I want from it in the end is basically a halfway decent running John Deere D, mostly just because I like the sound of D's, and at the same time I want an electric start. So, my initial plan with this, I'm going to probably shove this in the shed back there for the winter, and I probably won't even touch it for at least 8 months. If I touch it mid next summer, I'll be kind of shocked. This is certainly going to be a long term project. It just happened that it came up. I've been looking for something along these lines. What I might do is I might put, I did pull the one of the spark plugs the other day. Looked down in there. There doesn't appear to be too much rust in the block. I looked down in there and I didn't see any coolant or anything that was leaking or anything like that. So I think for right now, what we'll do is we will just assume that we're going to be able to get it unstuck by putting, some Croil or acetone and ATF or something along those lines in there and see if we can't get it unstuck that way. Have no idea about electrical system. We'll have to work on that one as well. But during that storage period, we might do something with, we'll put something in the cylinders, see if we can't get it unstuck while it's just sitting there, since we don't have to do anything. This is really the only rust on it, and it's just kind of flaking paint. So it's clearly been repainted at some point in the past, because these are decals versus screened on there. Don't know what this is right there. Don't want to mess with this poor spider's nest, or spider's web right there. She was working pretty hard last night. I don't have a problem with her staying on here. And then we got the starter. Like I said, I don't know anything about the starter, but the D is definitely going to be a project for me. I got lots of reading to do before I get too involved in it. So that's kind of a short video on the D, but I don't have anything other to update on. So other than it's here.